Hello friends, we should be looking at QUOWETRY 71 today, titled Go After the Source of the Problem and the Solution Will Emerge. Clarified by the story, many people were now talking about the church. It seemed its members were not very conscious of the need for morality. The youth were known to freely engage in premarital sex, and this was well known to the townsfolk. Of course, the pastor and his elders had also been informed about the misbehavior of the youth and were duly worried. He called many of them individually and spoke passionately to them about the inconsistency of the Holy Spirit with sexual immorality, but little was achieved. He preached, his voice rose against fornication, but most of the ladies were not just fornicating, but actually prostituting. Still, most of the university students in particular were unrelenting in this immoral solution to their financial problems, though they attended church. Why? They still needed to survive in a world where no one cared about their material existence. The pastor prayed and fasted in vain. Then the elder suggested that though the church needed money and really had a lot of developmental projects ahead, it, like building a chapel and schools, the youth who were into prostitution were the goal of the church. So they should beef up their preaching with economic support and treat the students as they would their own children. The church therefore set up a welfare fund for the needy that was accessible without embarrassment. Once it was established that there was real need, the church stepped in quietly and helped. Students who were needy were soon being given money to go to school, and the church went to the extent of cooking once every day for all who might be hungry. One might think this was magic wand. With this support behind their constant teaching, soon many of the ladies stopped prostitution and concentrated on their studies. The townsfolk were amazed at this sudden transformation and now gave more respect to the church. The population increased therefore, and with the increase in numbers came commensurate contributions which catapulted the church from a poor one to a rich one, which could build a new chapel, build schools, and even a new pastor's quarters. Most churches think church money is meant for enriching pastors and mainly building structures. That is wrong. Christian giving was instituted to ensure no one was in need, because the Holy Spirit knows an empty sack cannot stand upright. Preaching alone does not solve the problem. So, leaders release the money to help cushion the flock against the effects of poverty, which often leads to sin. I hope you have heard that. God bless you.